Birds chirping, a light squeaking, something you wouldn't hear with the radio on, but when it's quiet, going over a couple bumps, going around corners, you can hear that annoying chirping sound. What does that mean? Means that something went wrong with our front mount intercooler install. And instead of just figuring out and fixing it, I thought I'd make a video. Why? Because one of the last videos I made was the install of the Mishimoto intercooler, or PRL. We installed the Mishimoto, but it's installed the same way. And I made a big deal about it in the end to say, take your time putting everything back together. As soon as you get the intercooler on, you're going to be tempted to rush through getting the bumper back on your car so you can jump on the road and see if you notice any difference with the intercooler. And I caution you not to do that. What I should have done, what I'd like to recommend to you, if you haven't already experienced this, is when you install your intercooler and before you put the front bumper back on, go for a drive. Yeah, you may get harassed a little bit, but if you have an area where you can drive the car with the front bumper off and people aren't going to give you a hard time, great. But listen for that. Listen for any squeaks, any rattles. Make sure everything's tightened down well. If I had done that, I probably would have saved myself a lot of time today going through having to remove this front bumper yet again. Remember, there's 11 to 12 clips at the bottom, about 6 clips up here, 3 on the other side. You got 3 in the fender well. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. But today I gotta remove this and I have to figure out exactly what's causing that noise. If you've experienced this when you installed your intercooler, whether it's a PRL, Mishimoto, a 127, any other front mount intercooler, if you experience any squeaking, any noises from the intercooler, leave a comment below. Let the others know what the problem was, because I may find this problem. I hope I'm going to find the problem and be able to fix it, but there may be others. It may be coming from different areas. So I'm sure people who are looking to install the intercooler would like to know. So if you're interested in seeing how this turns out, if you're interested in seeing potentially a fix for the squeaking, or if you're looking to install the intercooler and you want to see things to look out for before you complete your install, then stay tuned. I almost forgot. Welcome back to the Lemon Factor. I'm Chad, and today we're with our 10th generation Honda Accord, this 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. I'm going to go through and make sure all the connections are tight. I'm going to press on different areas of the intercooler itself and anything that's close to the intercooler, meaning the bar for the Honda Sensing, the plate underneath the sensing unit. I'll go over to both sides, cold side, where we have the piping here, the hot side, where it connects in. We have the brackets up at the top on both sides. And like I said, I'm just gonna gently push, wiggle, see if I can recreate some of the squeaks, see if I can visually see if there's areas where I have very little clearance. I think I found the culprit. It's on the cold side. So back and forth, we're fine, up and down. But once I removed the hose, the clamp, and disconnected it from the actual intercooler, I'm unable to replicate the squeak, which to me indicates it actually might be the hose making the noise, rubbing on something. My clearance is in the back, not that you're gonna be able to see it back there, but nothing is touching. Clearances are good. I find nothing else rubbing. I can't reproduce the sound right now. I'm gonna put the hose back on and see if it comes back. So I cleaned the outer part of the intercooler, well, it's covered now, and the inner tube itself, just cleaned it out a little bit. Depending on how this was twisted, and here's a good reference point, When this line was a little further down, it still made the squeaking noise, but as I twisted it up, it seemed to go away. So it has something to do with, as I get a little bit of up and down on the intercooler, it is making the hose is then causing a squeak. And if I can get this just in the right spot, which hopefully it is right now, clamp down, which we did, hopefully it'll make it go away. Now, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. I am going to go for a drive, test it out, see if I hear it. Probably also going to let it sit overnight, go for a drive in the morning, see if things settle. So I'm not putting the front bumper on and off. Hopefully that's it though. Yes. I did just get back from driving the car without a front bumper for about 15, 20 minutes. Probably got a couple looks. I have to say, for those of you who want to hear all of the noises from the turbo, whether it's the turbo spooling up or the bypass valve, try driving your car without a front bumper. You will hear all of the noises. No, I'm only kidding. Don't drive your car without the front bumper. Anyway, back to our original problem. Did it fix it? It seems to be. Hope this is helpful. One, so that you make sure that you have the clearances, so that if you are installing the intercooler, drive the car just a little bit without the front bumper. Just so you make sure that everything's working, you don't hear any noises, so you don't have to take the front bumper off again. For those of you who do have noises, you're gonna have to pull it off, check it out. At least with the Mishimoto intercooler, the clearances all seem to be okay. It wasn't rubbing up against anything. It just seems to be, cross your fingers, seems to be the hose itself was just put in an odd position so that when it was experiencing a vertical jolt, up and down, that it was twisting on the hose and causing some squeaks. So I hope that's it. I hope that's all we have to do to fix it. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a like. Thank you for joining, and until next time.